Hey there YouTubers, and welcome to another video. In today's video we'll be doing a review video. Today we'll be going, like my last review video, we did NES. Today we'll be going even more classic. Today we'll be going back even farther in time to the Atari 2600. That's right. And you all might know this game, you all might know that this beloved game franchise was the reason video games died, brought back up, the reason Nintendo is what it is today, the reason Sony is what it is today. It's almost like the mascot of the video game universe. And that's right. We're talking Pac-Man, the original on the Atari 2600. Now, I'm gonna give you a synopsis of the game. The game is you're Pac-Man, this yellow ball eating pellets, but on the Atari 2600 version, it's not pellets. They're like little blotchy pixels that look like a rectangle. Most people remember Pac-Man as perfectly round, with round pellets, ghosts in different colors, perfect color. Not in the Atari 2600 version. In the Atari 2600 version, you had 1 pixel. If you remember, the 2600 was the early stage of video gaming, which didn't really emulate so much pixels, so everything was in 1 pixels, and Pac-Man looked almost like he was a drunk man trying to walk and talk and eat. It was that bad. But later on in years, after the crash, spawned off so many big things on the arcade that made Pac-Man the best thing in the world, where Pac-Man got his own cartoon show, got his own t-shirts, got his own accessories, toys, franchise. It was the first of everything. But we're gonna stick with the 2600 today. Now, as I was saying, the graphics, horrible, but you know it's the 2600. But for 2600 games, it was pretty shit. I'm gonna say how shit it was. It was that shit that I can probably go to my backyard, pick up my dog's shit. That looks better than this. That's how bad it was, and already we know 1 pixels is not enough to emulate good. That was bad. That's already one downfall to the reason why, at the beginning, Pac-Man was going down. Another fault to why Pac-Man was going down, what was the whole point of the game? I'm gonna eat pellets. They don't look like pellets. They're pixels. Get your stats right. On the box, they write, Pac-Man eats pellets. I thought pellets were round. This is a pixel, and pixels are square, and at the time, they did not know how to pixelate circles, so that was a mistake on their box. The box art shows Pac-Man, nicely drawn, nice squares, ghosts look perfect, nice cloud, but when you play the game, Pac-Man, again, does not look anything near the artwork. You can go and complain and say, no, E.T. was the reason. Yes, E.T. was one of the reasons. Pac-Man was a second reason for the video game crash. They fixed it up later on with... Where is it? Sorry. They fixed it up a little on Ms. Pac-Man, where the ghosts finally got a little bit of color, but we'll stick that to another episode. Now, with Pac-Man, you're supposed to grab all the pellets, or in reality, pixels, and there's these bigger pixels that are about this big instead of this big, where it changes the ghost's color, and on the box it says, ghosts have their own color. No, they don't. They're all pink. They go from being white to pink. A ghost is supposed to be white, fine, but they go pink. And they say you have enough time to grab them all. They only give you 2 seconds. If you don't eat all the ghosts in 2 seconds, they change color. Controls. Horrible controls. Later on, On later Pac-Man versions, they fixed it up. The arcade, really neat controls. But the 2600, you want to go up, it'll still go left. You have to literally feel like you're about to break your controller until you go up, down, left, right. Game starts, you don't do anything, Pac-Man's just gonna stand there, do this. Fine. As soon as you hit your control, it'll go. You hit left, it'll go left, now you want to go up. Pac-Man will say, fuck you, I'm not going up unless you try to break your controller. I'm gonna keep going left into that ghost. That was a problem a lot of kids had, and if I will say, a lot of kids broke their controller playing on this game, and a lot of parents at that time would not buy a new controller because they would blame the kid for not taking care of the system. No, blame Atari, blame Namco, because their control's bad. How many times have I played this and I felt like I was about to break my controller? Many of time. I'd rather sit there, let the ghost eat me, I lose a life instead of breaking my controller. And here's another bad thing. You have to eat all the pixels. Pretty easy, pretty simple. It is. Once you get to the near end, the ghost moves so fast that because of the bad control, you're more likely gonna hit the ghost. Glad they fixed that on the arcade and then fixed that on the 5200 port. But I'm gonna say, video game history, first of its kind, first of everything. Spawned off a bunch of sequels and clone games like Alien, Ms. Pac-Man, Ladybug, Centipede, whatever. Shit game that was the number 2 on the video game crash list right behind E.T. Fixed it up later on. Enjoy a crappy game on the Atari 2600 if you feel like cussing out and breaking shit. And now, as always, enjoy life and keep on collecting. Now, Pac-Man, great franchise. The reason video game is what it is today, but this killed it before they fixed it.